Hi everybody, it's Dara, and I want to share with you what it was like to go on 10 days of liquids, 5 days of liquids without fiber, that's juicing, a couple of days of eating, and then I proceeded to do a liver flush. I want to tell you why I did that and what it was like to do that, and my experience of the whole entire thing, which began as a rather intuitive process. I decided after a year of preparing transitional raw foods, a lot of cashew cream cheeses and nut breads and all kinds of amazing desserts, and I love all of those things. But intuitively, I decided one day that I really just needed to step away from the kitchen, drink wheatgrass and green juices, and see what happened. About 3 days later, I came across a video that Dan McDonald made on he eats fruits and veggies, and he sustains a very active lifestyle eating that way. So I decided on April 1st to go up to Grass Valley to do a juice retreat. So the 10 days leading up to it, I wanted to just give my body a cleanse, which I did. And then I did the 5 days juicing, which was amazing. And I came home and I went to see a colon hydrotherapist named Monica. She's amazing. And I was lucky enough, she said, congratulations, your liver is cleansing, meaning that little liver stones were coming out in the tube when I got the colonic, and that usually happens after you do an active and aggressive liver flush. So she suggested, you know what, your liver wants to be clean, so why don't you do the liver flush, which I did, which is, she follows Andreas Moritz, the amazing liver and gallbladder flush. So I followed her instructions, and every day for 6 days I took malic acid, which came in capsule form at Whole Foods. It's a powder, and I think you can get it loose, but that's what they had. So I would put the capsules, 4 or 5 capsules, in a mason jar of water and drink that throughout the day. It did not taste good. It tastes awful, but I was very excited about the idea of cleaning out my liver, and the reason is that your liver stores anger and resentment. And I do not want any old angers or resentment feelings to impede the flow of love and joy and happiness and all of the good things that are coming into my life and the amazing people. So if my liver said it wanted to cleanse, I'm going to go ahead and help it. So I drank the yucky stuff every day. And then on the 6th day, it gets a little worse. I had some Epsom salts. You make a bottle of Epsom salt and water, and then I drank a little bit of that, and then a couple hours later a little bit more of that, and then about 9 or 10 o'clock at night I made a concoction of grapefruit juice, lemon juice, orange juice, and mixed that with a half a cup of olive oil and some black walnut husk, about 10 drops. It's a liquid, and you drink that, and you lie on your side with your right knee up, your right side with your right knee up, and you just go to sleep. And the next morning I had some more Epsom salts, and the Epsom salts is a laxative, so completely I felt like my liver was cleansing without even going to the colon hydrotherapist, but which I had an appointment that day on the 7th day. And when I was home, my liver cleansed more than at her hydrotherapy place. And the thing that was interesting is that I realized that I forgot to tell her that I was having company come. I had my dear friend Manuela this past week, and Dan was there, and my daughter was there. And I think it's really important when you do a liver flush that, because anger and resentment wants to come out along with, bile and toxins and whatever, so if you do it, you want to give yourself time and space so that other people don't have to experience any irritability. Because I was a little irritable, and then I really didn't have the space to kind of let it out. So I feel like it's still a little stuck, and I'm going to go ahead and do another one in a couple weeks. It's been recommended to me that I could do once a month for a year, and I imagine that the peace and patience that I will feel after a year will be amazing. So I wanted to make this video to document, after my very first one, and then I will tell you all about each time, and every time it's different, I imagine. So it was kind of funny. She said to me, she said, "Oh, I didn't ask you, but I should have, asked you if you were going to have people around," because she usually tells people to not have their husbands or their children around when they do a liver flush, and I can understand why. So I thank my friends for their patience, and we had fun anyway. And it was interesting. In the middle of that week of the liver flush, Dan and I decided to do a water fast to just really give the digestive tract a chance to rest and give your body. So I did take 36 hours where I lied down and I rested, and I didn't have to do too much for my daughter or anything like that. So I did get that, and I highly recommend that as well. If you look at like my videos from months ago to the video I just did yesterday with Manuela, you could see that there's a level of vibrance that wasn't there before. So if the proof is in the pudding, you can see the different ways you eat will definitely affect how you feel. For example, if I want to feel light and happy and I'm doing any kind of presentation or teaching, then I want to be at my best, I'm not going to eat nuts and seeds and things that will kind of ground me a little more. I want to have my energy high. So last night we did go to Planet Raw, and it was delicious. A little heavier than I normally eat, but I'm back on track with wheatgrass and coconut juice, and I'm learning so much from Dan McDonald and things I'm reading, books on cleansing, and I'm really fascinated, I have to say. So if anybody wants some inspiration or some helpful tips from somebody who doesn't know a whole lot but is experiencing it right now, let me know, and I will keep you posted, because I think it's going to be interesting. And so make the best choices you can make today for your health and happiness. Have some green juice, perhaps even some wheatgrass, and I will see you soon.